Hey everyone, my name is Marco Antonio. Thank you for coming out to Marco Antonio Strategizes. And today I would like to talk about making them an offer they can't refuse. So, pretty famous quote. But in all actuality, it's just going to depend on your approach. When we're operating in business, what can we do to make the deal so irresistible they would be foolish to pass up? Aside from your marketing, your branding, you've done all this effort to bring these people in. You're running Google ads, you're posting every day on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter X, Pinterest, YouTube, everything that you're doing, all your efforts, you're doing billboards. All those efforts can mean nothing, or all those efforts there cannot be fully optimized or maximized if the offer is not right. If the offer sucks, your results will suck. The better the offer, the better results. It's just going to amplify your voice, amplify the attention you're grabbing. You know, not all offers are created equal. So that's what I wanted to deep dive into today. Because regardless of what your marketing strategy may be, you could have the best marketing strategy in the world. And we want to increase the conversions that we get from all grabbing the audience's attention to actually converting them into a sale, or bothering to remember you and your existence and why they should remember you or choose you, and how does your offer stand apart from all the others in that sector. So today I'm going to use an example from my personal experience and from my business operations, my restaurant operations, and how I've did my part to stand apart above the rest. All right, so what we have here is some pretty cool stuff. And so I keep on hearing about all the time how business restaurant owners and operators are saying they're struggling with margins, they're not making enough money. What can they do more? First, what you can do is stop being helpless, and you can start being proactive for yourself and advocate for yourself. Nobody besides me will ever advocate for you the best way possible, or the try to come up with the best solution possible for you. The reason why I say me, I really do believe in myself. I really do believe in the services that I bring to people, in helping them with the consulting, especially with restaurants. But today I want to make it about not just me. I want to make it about you. You took the time to bless me with your time and energy to watch this video. So I'm going to help empower you on how to construct a great deal. It's not out of everyone's reach. If you are tired of sitting around your business, in my instance, sitting around a restaurant, just sitting there hoping and praying customers are going to show up, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. You have to make the efforts to want to make people to show up. And me, the way that I've found it and the way that I've dealt with it is to create such strong marketing, but my item and offer that I was marketing was so strong, you would be foolish to ignore it. So today I would like to introduce you to the dun dun dun, the $1 taco. It's the year 2024 right now. Yes, you heard that right. I sell $1 tacos. So, what does this taco consist of? How small is it? It's like those small little street style tacos that you would buy on a street corner or at a small taco truck. But you can't even get anything for $1 anymore at the dollar store. So, you got me. So, this taco is topped off with your choice of protein, onions, salsa, and cilantro. But as you can see, requirement: select at least one drink to qualify for the $1 taco price. Orders that have $1 tacos selected and no drink associated will be declined. And we stand firmly by that. So what I want to show you in this video is, first of all, you can't make an offer like this without making it sustainable. So when I'm speaking in terms of sustainability, you can't kill your profits. You still have to generate revenue to stay in business. But an offer like this is really, it is what you make it, and you have to be really creative. So as you can see here, we have chicken. We have tinga, which is our chipotle chicken, fajita veggies, carnitas, al pastor, and grilled chicken. We also have birria beef, but that's for $1.95 upcharge from the base price of $1. Same for carne asada steak. Why am I sharing my recipe of a great deal with the world? First of all, there's not another me. I'm really great at what I do. And I feel so confident with my efforts on how we perform that I feel so confident in giving the recipe to success, because unfortunately, 99% of people out there, even if they're given the recipe and the roadmap to success, they will not execute it. Hopefully, you watching this video, you're going to be different. You're going to be the change, and you are going to take that initiative. And if you're the up and coming person who takes this recipe for success, I applaud you. I'm happy for you, and I'll be cheering for you every step along the way. So, this is the way I've constructed this deal. I normally like to use this deal, and we created the illusion of options. A lot of places you go and you say, oh, I want tacos in pork, chicken, or beef. Okay, there's many different ways to prepare pork. We prepare pork in a couple of fashions: al pastor and carnitas. We also have chicken, which is cooked in our chili California sauce. We have tinga, which is our chipotle chicken. It's a little bit spicier. We have grilled chicken. And we also have our fajita veggies for our vegetarian options. And you're going to say, yes, Marco, these are tinga, chicken, grilled chicken. Those are 3 chicken options and 2 pork and a veggie option. So yes, you're absolutely correct. That is what it is. But as you can see, well, how come you don't offer beef? So for all of us who are operating in the restaurant industry, we're all well aware that chicken and pork is is much more inexpensive, or is much more less expensive than beef. So when we're operating within margins and we're trying to operate responsibly and accordingly, I'll just give you the breakdown right now. We are when we all I like to buy the pork that's always on special. In my experience, we've been using pork picnic cushion, pork sirloin roast, or pork sirloin. And I'm not a butcher. This is just how it appears on the shelf, and that's how it's named. I may have not used some of these names correctly, so please don't butcher me, you butchers out there. But those are the cuts of meat as I've been accustomed to know, to understand, and get to know them. Um, and these prices can fluctuate anywhere between. I mostly only buy the on sale stuff, and I load up in bulk if something is on sale. If I see that pork is $1.85 on sale right now per pound, you best believe your boy's going to be up in there buying 400, 500 pounds of pork, because in a couple weeks it's going to jump up to $2.95, $3.05, $3.10. But I always like to buy what's on special, and you should always implement that strategy. Go, don't accept, and don't just stick with the recipe because that's what you've always done. In my opinion, if you're tired of seeing the same old thing on the menu, your customer probably is too. And people need a little bit of variety, excitement, change. If you need it, they need it. Think about what your needs and wants are, and that should be reflecting for the options that you give available to your clientele. If you're going to get tired and bored of the same old thing, they are too. So let's keep them intrigued, and life is too short to just keep it dull and boring 24/7. So, as I said, I like to buy rotating inventory, whatever it may be on special. But generally speaking, right now pork is hovering around $2.85 a pound. And so anybody who wants to get into this fine math argument with me, I can take 1 pound of raw pork on average after it's cooked down. I can still take I because this is how I measured it, and this is where we're going to start getting into portion control. I took that same raw pound of pork. I busted out the digiscale, put it on the scale, and I weighed out 1 pound exactly. So we take that. We cooked it on our grill, cooked it how we're gonna cook it. Did I really cook it? No. Did a much more better person who does cooking cook it? Yes. But I weighed it out and I measured everything. So after my personnel cooked it, I took the reduced item because we're gonna lose a little bit of that water weight um in that item. And so we took the pork, shredded it how we shred it and how we utilize it, and we come to find out we got 12 to 13 tacos, let's say 12 tacos on the low end, out of that 1 pound of pork. There is 16 ounces in a pound. So we put a little bit over, because we are using the small street style tortillas. We are putting a little over an ounce per taco. And then we keep our items simple. So I reduced the cost by not using like a green tomatillo salsa, and we used red canned tomatoes and other fresh ingredients to make a good fine salsa. So we added onions and cilantro. How do I cost it out? Well, my friends, a bag of onions is 50 pounds on average. And that 50-pound bag of onions we are looking at is going to be $26. So $26 divided by 50, we're looking at 52 cents per pound. Is that right? Give me 1 second before I embarrass myself. So yeah, we will be doing, I apologize, and I had a small brain fog, but we are going to take the price, $26 divided by 50 pounds, 52 cents a pound. So we're going to break that down even further, and we're going to do divided by 16 ounces. And that takes us to 0.0325 per ounce. Start looking at the cost of onions, it's relatively slow. I can tell you from experience, we are maximum placing 5 grams of onion per taco. The cilantro is very voluminous, so it creates illusion. It is tasty as well for tacos, but you can take 1.5 grams of cilantro. It's a small pinch, and it provides great coverage for presentation on said taco. So that's about 1.5 grams. After you incorporate the cost of your tortillas and the cost of your meat, onion, cilantro, your cost on that taco comes easily down significantly. So that cost for that taco after meat, tortillas, onions, cilantro, and salsa stands strong at less than 37 cents. I'm sure the math is a little bit lower. We do have some fluctuation in pricing as prices ebb and flow, but I feel strongly to stand by those numbers. But the other great thing that I want to present to you guys is, so you think we're selling dollar tacos, and Yes, we are. That's exactly what we're doing. Chicken, all the formula breakdown and price breakdown of chicken is also very comparable to pork. We do not offer any beef options. We upsell our beef options because, as we all know in this restaurant industry, beef is a little more expensive. So we do require to do that upcharge for those premium prices that we pay as well. Now, before you go running off and try to replicate this formula, how do we maximize the value of this deal? What's stopping a customer from coming in and taking away from your formula to success? There's a couple of things. Let's say you get a customer, and I've had those customers that come in and want to order 2 or 3 $1 tacos. That dramatically reduces the cost per ticket that you have and reduces the value. So, but what also do we do when a customer orders 100 tacos? Do we put a cap on it and say no? We have a limit. No, baby, business ain't got no limit. We're trying to hit the top, and we don't want to say no ever if we can avoid saying no. So, by being able to put out a deal of this kind of caliber, you have to know, can your staff handle it? If somebody calls in 100 tacos, how long will it take for your staff to have this prepared? So, is it going to be a 1 hour wait? Or what kind of systems do you have set up in place for the ease and use and functionality to expedite an order of this capacity? Do we make a 10 taco minimum? 20? Everyone's approach is going to be different. So, one thing that I did is I sell beverages, but I sell these in house beverages that we make. And we make our own horchata, peach lemonade, raspberry, different variations. But I've streamlined our packaging, calculated the entire cost down, and I've been able to get this beverage at a healthy price point of under also 40 cents. It's actually much lower than that, but there are a couple fluctuations in that pricing, but this price point has never gone over 40 cents for us. And as you can see, we sell these beverages for $4.65. So our profit margin after the cost of materials and ingredients it took to make this beverage and package it, we are taking home $4.25. So we, as you've seen before in this little preview right here, we do require the purchase. Oh, no, that's the carne asada taco. Sorry. We do require the purchase of at least one beverage. And because you purchased one beverage, you can get as many tacos as you'd like for $1 each. So that helps offset and deter. If you want to buy tacos at full price and you don't want to buy a beverage, we also provide that option as the soft taco option. Exact same price, everything's $2.95, and you do not require to purchase a drink. So, but for those of you who are good at math, instantly, if you're going to be buying 3 or 4 tacos at minimum, you know, 4 tacos at $2.95, that's almost $12. It's like $11.80 plus tax. Or are we going to do 4 tacos for $1 because I bought this drink for $4.65? 4 tacos for $4 and one beverage for $4.65 is $8.65. You are now getting a drink. You have to strategically make a good offer. Let's not get carried away from that topic though. I'm just setting you up for the offer. This item pairs very well with the food. The way that the reasoning I built this offer the way that I did is I wanted you to have a nice, good, refreshing beverage to wash down those tacos with. So we want to pair items that complement each other, that our clients are going to see the best value. So not only making margins, significant margins on our beverages, we are making great margins. And so in other industries, this is referred to as a loss leader. This for us is not a loss leader. You know, people, the grocery stores put beer for almost at a cost to get people to come in, beer and wine, so that way they can get people to come in, buy their groceries, buy produce, buy other items. We do operate in that similar manner, and we have our anchor and our hook is the dollar taco special. So you walk in, you buy the dollar tacos, now you're buying sides of rice, you're buying sides of beans, you're buying chips and guac, chips and salsa. And that gives us the opportunity to earn more money as a business and provide you complementing products. Now maybe you're going to buy churros. So all of this is going to boil down to, well, Marco, you didn't take in consideration labor cost. Labor cost can be so many variables that today I'm only speaking on product cost. As I'm doing this demonstration, I'm not taking labor costs into account. But I made sure that every single staff member has the supplemental backup that they require to be able to execute an operation as this. Because we do receive, it's not strange or out of the ordinary for us to receive an order from a local dispensary for 180 tacos and they need it by noon. We can knock out 180 tacos in about 35 minutes. We are pretty much a taco factory. This is why we are known as the best. So, which leads us into the next phase of a good deal. What's the point of a good deal if it's an extremely limited deal in the case of us getting bottlenecked on our performance? You do not want to get bottlenecked in your offers. So I've spoken with some of my colleagues, and it's going to take them an hour to make 100 tacos versus the experience and systems that I've set up in place so we don't get bottlenecked. We can produce 100 tacos in 10 minutes. I've timed it. Yeah, maybe my staff could qualify in the Guinness World Book of Records for, fastest taco makers in the world. I don't know. But if the Guinness World Book of Records is ever interested, you know where to find me. But back to the topic. That's how we're operating and producing and making sure that we can put it out an offer that we do not get significantly bottlenecked at. When you're talking 20 tacos for $20 and all you got to do is buy one little drink for $4.65, that is a great deal. We will sell you as many tacos as you want for $1 each as long as you purchase one beverage. But that beverage is our safeguard to keep our cost of ticket up if you're going to wander in here and buy 2, 3, 4 tacos. At least we made our margins and we just didn't put these efforts forward producing 3 tacos, and the packaging is the cost of the packaging is going to be equivalent of the cost it took to produce the product, and now we're wasting time, efforts where they could be better allocated. So that's a safeguard that we've implemented and put in place for ourselves to protect us. So all the marketing in the world is not going to do you any good by spending all these ad budgets unless you have such a damn good offer. People can't say no. And when I'm going back into food, people have to, for all you restaurant owners out there, I really need you to understand this. How good are you making your deals? Go back to the drawing board, recreate your menu. If you're telling me, no, people fell in love with our menu, this is what they want. You know what? If you're out here looking for help to boost up your business, clearly that's not what your clientele wants, and they've been walking away. Because I'm going to tell you this is something that I've understood in business quite some time ago. People are always going to be hungry. They need to eat every day. And there's more people in the world with less money than there is people in the world with a lot of money. And those same people work hard and would appreciate and like a good deal. Who wants to go to work, come home, and cook? If you can find a great alternative to feed the family and make it an easy night for dinner, you're going to do that. A lot of people do that, but they want something that's cost effective. So it's been something great for us. It's kept us in business. Is the dollar tacos? People will call in 30 tacos for dinner, and they're just gonna have taco night and buy that one drink, and then probably do some fixings on the side at home. But we also have some other alternatives. We are not one trick ponies here. I got way more tricks in the bag. I can keep on reaching to this hat all day, and you're going to still keep on picking up games. So, into the next offer, we are going to be examining, we will be examining what I've crowned to come to know as the family specials, and AKA our family meal deals. This was the first beautiful object that I created out of inspiration, and what you're going to see here, and please, anybody chime in. Please drop in the chats in your city what restaurant is putting out the best deals for on a budget that you can remember. And if not, if you don't have a deal that can beat these deals, please let me know in the comments. I strongly believe we are strong contenders on providing the best meal deals out there for families at the best prices possible. And if you want to be doing cutting edge, putting your menu together, constructively doing it, not just to serve you, but your people. Because when you serve your client will be there to serve you and support you. That's what we need to do when we create these deals. So that's what I'm going to go back into. Make them an offer they can't refuse. Give them such a damn good offer that there's no choice to go but to go with you. So this family enchilada special, beautiful special. So this special includes two 16-ounce containers of rice, two 16-ounce containers of beans, 1 dozen enchiladas with your choice of meat, topped off with queso fresco. We also melt cheese on top. Your option of salsa verde or red enchilada salsa. And we also now just provided the option to do half and half. You can do 6 enchiladas red, 6 enchiladas green. Chips and salsa. This is enough food to feed 4 to 5 people. All for the price of right here. As you can see it, $35. You tell me, where can you go to feed a family of 4 to 5 for $35? I'm going to be flabbergasted if you could at least mention 3 places in the comments. Anybody who sees this video at all time, unless you're going to go to the dollar store and feed your family items from the dollar store aisle, it's not going to happen. So as you can see, the family meal deal. Before you ever really get into being able to give good deals like this responsibly, you have to make sure that your menu has been costed out. I've streamlined the packaging and I've set the parameters so I don't shoot myself in the foot. And I've costed everything out to make sure that I am still making my margins. These are items that we can expedite quickly in a flow process through our kitchen and still make a good profit, keep us in business, and it keeps our average cost per ticket up. So it keeps us in business. It helps our customer base on giving them affordable meals for their family to feed them. And so we extended this deal out further, and we created the Family Crispy Taco Special. Similar to the Family Enchilada Special, the Family Crispy Taco Special that we created. And again, another deal so damn good, you cannot resist it. So, 2 16-ounce containers of rice, 2 16-ounce containers of beans, 1 dozen crispy hard-shelled tacos with your choice of meat. Options also come with complimentary. It does come with your complimentary chips and salsa. Again, how many people can you feed with 1 dozen crispy tacos, rice, beans, chips, and salsa? We're giving you enough rice and beans, chips, and salsa for 4 to 5 guests. And you get a dozen crispy tacos for $35. Again, make them an offer they can't refuse. They would be foolish to walk away from an offer like this. Because when you start going into other sectors, if you go out to eat with dinner with your family, a combination plate that's going to be, I don't know, let's find it right here. You're going to get a good old combination plate, 3 corn tortilla enchiladas, your choice of filling, red salsa or green salsa, rice and beans. And your base price is going to be right here, $15. So you're getting 4 times that for a little bit over double the price. But we're not going to package it separately. We have to stay within the parameters of we have to do our cost analysis, the cost analysis on what we're going to be spending on the packaging included in the pricing. And again, with the labor one, that one is difficult. That one has always been very difficult for me to gauge because we do have staff members that far exceed performance of other staff members. So that one is a hard variable for me to determine. I would love somebody to chime in if you have another strong suggestion on how you include that. But for this experimental or for this topic that we're going over, this is how I've been able to structure it. So again, 1 dozen enchiladas, 1 dozen crispy tacos, rice, beans, chips is also for 4 to 5 guests, $35. And lastly, we don't want to just give away stuff for free. We also got to create the ability to upsell. So as you can see, family crispy tacos and $2.95 extra for carne asada, $2.95 more for birria beef, $2.95 more for grilled chicken. This bad boy, because we already sell our dollar taco option, we have 20 street style tacos topped with onion, cilantro, and salsa, and obviously your choice of meat. 2 6-ounce containers of rice, 2 6-ounce containers of beans, and 4 of our homemade beverages, all for $45. So this is a great deal for the whole family. And we're not gonna, you're gonna say, Marco, what if they order 4 tacos of this, 4 tacos of that, and another 3 tacos of this and 2 tacos of that? No, this is a promotional special. You're looking out for the interest of your client, just like you're looking out for the interest of your own as well, because we have to keep everything streamlined and efficient so we can continue to pump out the volume that gives us the ability to continue to provide prices like this. I would much rather keep my staff operating at full steam ahead, and we're not making crazy margins, but good margins, respectable margins, but we're still giving our community such a great deal that we are always at top of mind. When you have deals this good, people talk about you. People will spread that out there. And when you're going to be, do we want to go to some Mexican restaurant who's doing 10% off on Taco Tuesdays? Or, a restaurant like this who's giving you $45 off. And if you subscribe to our text messaging list, we give you $10 off codes off of these prices. As an example, those are some of the things we've done in the past. So the way you structure your deal, costing out what those products are going to, what your expenses are for those products, and making sure that you have enough margin by utilizing those numbers to know you're making enough margins to provide a value on a deal like this are going to be some of your several keys to success. As I stated before, make them an offer so good they cannot refuse. People need to eat every day. People are going to be tired or lazy. I've been guilty of it, and don't want to cook when they come home. But they don't want to break the bank. They don't want to break the budget. And times are hard enough as it is. So, as a business owner, operator, and restaurant, this is something that's really been a big part of our success, is knowing what the cost of our products are to be able to give these great deals to our clients. My name is Marco Antonio. If you like everything that I've said, please comment down below. I have a free school group. I have a link down there. I'll be doing live Q&As. If you coming soon to this channel, I will start picking out people randomly. If you would like me to do an audit on your business you're wishing to do, if you want to pick my brain and want to know things that I wish I would have known before I got into the business and how to avoid a lot of these pitfalls, I'd be happy to answer those questions. The best way that you can help me is by subscribing to this channel, liking my video, and leaving a comment below. Until next time, I hope that you enjoyed this comprehensive breakdown. I look forward to seeing you soon.